Hello and welcome back to GCS Machinery. It's a Saturday of bank holiday weekend, and if you look around, the yard is nice and peaceful, but it is going to be the calm before the storm. We've got an awful lot going on, and I'll come back to a bit more of that shortly. Anyway, so while I was out yesterday, we had a delivery, and I'll show you what the delivery was. There you go. So here we have a brand new Richard Weston bale or box trailer, depending which way you want to call it. We will use them for both. Well, in fact, it'll have a lot more use for that. It will also get used for construction, television, site moving and set moving, all sorts of things. So there's no limit to what they'll go and do. But they arrived yesterday. It's brand new. It's I do like the colour. I think it's nice and grey. Nice colour grey there. But anyway, for those people that know what we do, we have a large fleet of trailers. Predominantly we have Stuart, but as you look over there you'll see some Bailey. There's a Stuart there in the background, another Richard Weston. And it's quite nice having a different assortment, because different farmers have different requirements, and if they use a Richard Weston a lot, they, you know, and their systems are set up for that. So so there we go. So this is the first of our new trailers this year. We have got orders in for a significant amount of trailers overall. Due to a very significant order book. We're very privileged to the fact that people are trusting us with their hires for this year. We have a lot of new customers, which is really good, and I think a lot of that is certainly thanks to YouTube. So anyway, let me show you a bit more about this trailer. As we said, it's made by Richard Weston. There's his build number on there. I didn't know that, but Richard Weston, when they do their trailer builds, every single trailer has its own identity with a build number, and this one is R355. So anyway, it has air brakes. It also has hydraulic brakes, so if your tractor is not fitted with an air system, it can still be used. Obviously there's the light socket, which actually is quite good because it's an interchangeable one now, which means that if the light socket gets damaged any which way, it's easy for us just to change the lead, where if it's an integral cable that goes all the way through the trailer, it makes life a lot more complicated to do a very quick repair should we need to do so. It has a detachable front headboard, and within the headboard it also has a box section here where we can add a bale ladder, or bale if we should wish to do so. A chain or ratchet strap box underneath, and the whole floor actually is we think it's quite cool. It's checker plate floor, but it actually bent over the edge, so it does certainly look very well built. It really does. Now it's, I think it's 32 or 3 foot long. I can't remember that looking at the specs without measuring it, to be fair. Normally these trailer lengths are done in denominations of 8 feet. Normally because a Heston bale is normally around the 8 foot mark, and potato boxes, veg boxes also around the 8 foot. So often you find you have a 33 foot trailer, so that you can get 4 boxes, 4 8s, 32, and that gives you just a little bit of room at the end to allow the box to sit on the edge. So that's the normal reason why these trailers are ideally in denominations of 8 feet in their lengths, or 8 feet and then probably 1 foot over to allow for the extra bit on the end. So on the rear of the trailer here, so the lights are set in some channel there, which I think is a good idea. We have trailers where the lights are underneath and they get damaged on site, and they get damaged on the farm when people back into things. So that's quite a good idea. The one thing I do think is probably going to be susceptible on this is this the chevron there, which is bolted on. I can certainly see that could get damaged. I think it certainly could get damaged when it's going onto a lorry. But we'll reserve judgment on that, and we'll see how that goes. More box section at the back here for, again, a ladder rack, or whatever. Now, something that we have requested on these trailers now, when we have them made new, is that we have these chaining points fitted to the front and rear, so that when we put it on a lorry, it makes our life a lot easier. If you watched my video the other day that we did on why we buy trade and what brands and what we look for, That's something now that we are specifying on all our trailers. So there we go. So anyway, that's the first Richard Western trailer. We have a significant number of more trailers coming of different colours and different shades. So looking forward to a busy harvest. Now, obviously with the harvest coming up and busy time coming up, it's not really any extra preparation we have to do with tractors and telehandlers, because we're very lucky. I mean, this winter we've had tractors out, the whole fleet of tractors has been out all winter. Same with telehandlers. It's very rare for us to have a telehand here. This one here is now going back out again on Tuesday. This tractor we now doesn't have a hire yet, but it's the only tractor we have that's not working. We have had lots of additions to our fleet in the last few weeks of New Holland tractors. We have actually placed an order for some another different brand of tractor. So keep watching for that one. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but see if you can guess what they're going to be below. We have got some different colour tractors coming to the fleet. That comes in, a lot more trailers coming to the fleet. Big fuel bouncers coming to the fleet. So yeah, so it's not going on. But anyway, but adding to the preparation for these things, we prepare these all year. I mean, like now, these tractors that tractor there is sitting there. It's been cleaned, it's been polished, it's been checked over, it's had its fuel filters changed, it's ready to go at the cliff. So if we get a phone call on Tuesday morning that's ready to go, it will be gone. So or even this afternoon, or even now, if you want a tractor today, give me a call. It's ready to go. Anyway, so anyway, yeah, let me go show you a bit more about the trailers. Right, okay, so as we've come to the end of May now, we certainly find things start to hot up, and the whole game gets slightly more interesting. So as sort of the harvest approaches now, in the world of, I think, most people's views, harvest is the cereal harvest, where you know, combining cereals, and that's a busy time for most farmers. Now, we work with lots of different sectors of agriculture, so for us the harvest actually is sort of starting now. We're busy into grass at the moment with silage, so that's happening now when we've got a lot of machinery involved in that. Then we're going to whole crop harvest. We have the pea harvest heading towards us in June, where we put bouncers, we put trailers, we put tractors on the pea harvest. Then we have the cereal harvest. Now, obviously, that's where people assume with the combines and everything else, which is the busiest time of year for farmers. Yes, we are busy. With that time, we do have most of our, well, all our trailers will be out. Cereal harvest, straw, keeps us out of mischief, I can promise you that. Anyway, then we go on to maize harvest. Maize is normally busier than cereal harvest for us. It causes us a great deal of work, because the trailers that go out on cereal harvest are different specs, so the sides come off. Then we go into maize, so we have a very quick window, a short window, sorry, where we have to change from grain mode, which maybe sheets off, sides off, sides back on again. Potato harvest also then kicks in particularly well, where we have a lot of trailers on potato harvest. Again, different spec of trailer, different spec of setup on a trailer. Lower side trailers, normally a longer trailer than a cereal harvest trailer, but so we tend to buy the longer ones and use them for cereals as well. If you know, you know, you'll get what I'm saying. So then we have potatoes, then we have the beetroot, parsnips, and all that sort of thing going on as well. And then as we head up towards Christmas, we go into the cabbage, the Brussels. And so harvest for us actually starts sort of pretty well now, and will run to the end of the year. So we are forever moving trailers around the UK, changing the configurations of trailers, and trying to keep everybody very happy. So yeah, we try our best. So while we sort of look a little bit untidy at the moment, we try to carry all the Susies we have. We try and carry spare lights for the trailers, you know, light guards for Stuart trailers, all the different towing pins, the bushes, the ram pins, all the things that we think we might need, the ratchets, the straps for thing, like sheet covers, ratchets, new handbrakes. We have all the nuts and bolts for changing the silage sides over. We try to have a comprehensive stock here, although it's a bit dusty at the moment, I have to say. That, you know, we're ready so that we can try and get ourselves organised and deal with any breakdown. Now we try to be very particular how we look after our trailers and make sure that we literally try to get every detail right. It's easier for us to put maybe a problem right now while it's in the yard than have to travel to maybe Cornwall or Scotland to go and do, you know, maybe a problem. Now, we're very lucky we don't get many of those problems. But so we get these trailers like for example, this one here now. We've got quite a few trailers out in the yard there and scattered around here that have silage size on. So not all these trailers will go back out on silage now or whole crop. So we will start getting something ready for the corn harvest. So this one here has got a sheet, things on it. So this we'll take the silage size off in the next week or two. Get it ready, give it a final check over, give it a final wash. And then we will start getting some of these out to some of these farms sooner rather than later. Get them there, get them on the farm. It saves any panic at the last minute. If the farmer wants to start early, we've got them there. You know, it makes life easier and less stressful. Now here's, for example, one of our Stuart trailers with a hydraulic sheet. When they got the hydraulic sheets fitted, they don't really have, it's not easy to fit size on them. So these trailers will all be going out doing cereal harvest. So there's no reason why we can't get these ready now. Some of these have actually only come back quite recently again from doing potatoes, moving potatoes during the winter. So we get these trailers back in this week, get them checked over, get them washed over again, and there's no reason why these can't go out onto the farms now in advance. Right, now one question we do get asked quite regularly is that if we put trailers out on a farm early, how do we know they're not being used? Well, we actually fit tracking systems to a lot of our trailers, not all of them, but a lot of them. Now, that system talks to us every few hours, because obviously it's runs on its own battery. So it talks to us every few hours, so we can look and see if that trailer is in the same place it has been. So unless a farmer's very clever, you can use the trailer for however long that gap is. We wouldn't say how long that gap is, and put it back in exactly the same place. We'll know that the trailer's been used. So, but I have to say, we're very lucky. I think we're blessed with an awful lot of loyal and honest customers, both in agriculture, industry, television, etc. So we don't really consider that to be a major problem, but the tracking systems certainly do help, and they certainly make our life a lot easier. So when a trailer is ready to leave the yard, so we've done all the prep, we've done the check. The final checks we do, we re-torque the wheel nuts. Now we do this religiously, okay, because if a wheel were to come off in use on the highway or whatever, it would be fatal. So if the trailer's been stood or whatever, just before it leaves the yard, we re-torque the wheel nuts, whether that's a dump trailer, corn trailer, silage trailer, whatever. Every wheel nut is rechecked, and we recheck the tire pressure. So even if we've got that trailer ready 3 weeks earlier, and it's sat here ready to go, just before it goes in the lorry or before we take it out for delivery, we recheck the wheel nuts and we recheck the wheel nuts. Now, when we've done that, we then mark that on. Well, we do two things. First of all, we mark the wheel nuts to show that we've checked them. So if you see there's a blue pen been used, that shows there that we've marked those wheel nuts have been checked. And then on the chassis of that trailer, there's a sticker where we'll put down the date of the last inspection, what the tyre pressure should be, the torque wheel nut settings and everything. So the information that everybody needs is sent out on that trailer, and it's clearly visible for everybody. So we just find that this makes life a lot easier for the customer to know what they should be, and then that's dated when the trailer leaves here. So that's done literally the last job before the trailer goes. Right, I hope this video gives you a bit of an insight into the chaos of the preparations of it that we're now getting into, ready for harvest, and to make sure that our customers, you know, get what they want when they want it. So anyway, any questions, please put in the comments below. We'd happily answer any questions that you may have. Please click subscribe if you haven't done so. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next video. Thank you.